I suppose.
Do a tweet.
Do a tweet. Do a tweet.
Sorry, just have to sneeze real quick.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
going to do a tweet too.
Yeah.
Or we should all do tweets.
We should all do a tweet.
I'm looking at reductress art headlines there. So.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, it's auto-generated a tweet on X and Y, so if you want to retweet that with a note saying, hey, we're doing this now,
Yeah.
that'll do. Look, we're doing it. So there's that. And then I'll ping the Discord.
I'll mute my phone.
We're all contributing.
TV/X and Y. Boom. All right. So we're there. Oh, for fuck.
Oh, we lost you.
Nah, that's cool. I'll be back. I'll be back. All right. Sweet. Showing all our webcams. And I think I might. Well, first of all, I will reduce my microphone audio so I'm not blasting. Bianca, could you talk for me, please?
I am talking for you.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sweet. Brendon, could you do the same thing?
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The message I got is about the movie Nightcrawler, even though I haven't seen it.
It's a good movie.
Could you say something about Nightcrawler? A simple fact? Just to keep testing audio?
I wish I could give you a fact, but I haven't seen it, so I can't give you any, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh, for fuck.
Oh.
So that's what happens when you don't give facts.
Listen, he wasn't pleased with the fact that you had no facts to give.
Don't know if anyone's watching the Twitch stream yet, but Discord's been funny. I'm going to restart it all together and then try this again.
Right.
Bear with us, folks. Bear with us.
Wait to the video. I did the video for the next stream.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll play that tomorrow night after KOTOR.
Copyright claim? What do you mean?
Oh, I'll list it. I'll just play it.
Oh, copyright claim on YouTube on the secret video that we won't go into detail about
the
just yet?
secret video that we won't mention just yet.
All right, sweet. Okay, so let's hope. You know, I went to Control-Alt-Delete, ended Discord, and started it again. Hopefully that'll, right it, and now it won't do anything. What I'm just going to do before we do anything else is flip horizontally my webcam, because then when I point to the right of the screen, it actually points to the right of what I'm looking at. You know what I mean?
Okay, yep.
A little life hack for you budding streamers out there. I don't know.
It's a possibility to change the orientation of your camera.
It's like right-click, transform, flip horizontal. It's like right there. It's actually quite handy. I recommend it. And I will tidy up my Discord cam one more time, just because I see a little bit of black from like outside the edges of the camera feed, and it bothers me to no end. So I will take care of it now before it becomes an issue later. That is what I will do. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, let me just hot drop us into it. Welcome to X and Y. I'm DB.
I'm Bianca.
I'm thirsty.
Hi, Thirsty. I'm Dad.
Hey, I'm surprised we haven't put in that bot yet. You know, there's a Discord bot where if anyone says I'm blank, the dad bot will respond, "Hello, blank, I'm Dad."
Well, that's what we're there for.
Yeah.
We have to become the dad bot.
The problem is, as you might guess, people say I am blank with great frequency. I mean, they just tend to do that, and so it gets annoying quite quickly.
Yeah, I could see that getting out of hand.
Hi, I could see that getting out of hand. I'm dead. It would be like that.
Yeah,
I
we
could
could go in and code it and just like have it be more of a stretch, you know, just any eye blank phrase.
Yeah.
Just any kind of photo, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Before I say what we're doing this week and reflect on the fact that we haven't done anything in this layout in a while, I'd just like to acknowledge that we are streaming today from the lands of the Camaragal and Gadigal peoples of the Eora Nation, and so we'd like to pay our respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. So every Tuesday night for the last how many weeks was it, Brendon? Like 8 weeks?
8, I think.
8
Yeah,
weeks.
something
We
like
were playing Kingdom Hearts. We were watching you play Kingdom Hearts. How many times now have you hit the end credits on Kingdom Hearts, by the way?
In my life,
Yeah.
I lost count. I think I'm
He's
gonna
a Kingdom
say
Hearts aficionado by this point.
probably 6. I'd say.
6.
I
Wow.
just a guess. Just
That's
a
a
guess.
fucking lot.
I've played a lot.
Yeah. It's more than me, for sure. And Bianca, you haven't finished a Kingdom Hearts game.
No, I finished number 1.
You
I
did
finished
finish
number
one. You did finish
it's number
one.
2 I got soft locked on.
Yeah,
And
you soft locked, yeah.
Together, me and Mitch did number 3. So I've seen the ending of number 3.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah, that counts.
a
You
lot of
beat
it-
3.
Yeah. A lot of impact was definitely lost by not knowing what the fuck happened in number 2.
Very
and also what happened in
shagadelic.
all of the side games.
It's only Chain of Memories is the one. It's only one game that you're missing, but unfortunately, it's very, very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
As we discussed at one stage or another, for sure. And speaking of discussions, I mean, that's typically what we do on a Tuesday night. We'll find some weird topic and talk at great length about it with a PowerPoint assistance, like what's going on the right here. That's typically what we do. But tonight I thought we'd try something a little bit different. And to demonstrate what that is, allow me, first of all, to turn off the slides just to make it a surprise for anyone who somehow does not know. And then we'll jump to this little video here.
Oh, a video.
A video. Yes, that's what we're doing. X and Y pub trivia. And I say pub trivia specifically. It's not just any old trivia. It's pub trivia. I feel like follows a very specific form that I'm kind of craving, where it's like, first of all, at the pub, you're a meeting point for friends and people you only know sort of well, but you reckon you'd get along with well enough, and it just thrusts them into like the perfect little melting pot to just forge, even for just that night, firm friendships and collaborations in the quest to know everything and to answer specific questions given by a guy with a microphone at the front of the bar. I feel like I missed it in a lot of this COVID nonsense. Certainly, like my main memory of it. Ooh, video's paused. Hang on, let me just turn it down real. Like I felt like I missed it throughout much of COVID, and I'd like to kind of recapture that magic starting tonight. And I'd like to do it here, in this specific little nook that we've done. I'm trying to think of a good question to segue into, but are you guys excited? Are you excited?
is this question 1?
No, it is not. Question 0, let's say, and there's no points, and it's open. It's an open passage that I'm asking for.
Fucking love trivia.
Cool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I exactly what you were describing. I did trivia when me and Mitch were living in Melbourne. We did trivia with one friend of Mitch's from work and all of their friends that none of us knew, and I didn't interact with them at all, apart from every Tuesday we went to trivia. That was the interaction that I had with this group of people, and they were really awesome. And then we moved away, and we don't do trivia anymore, and I don't see them. I couldn't get their contact details. I literally did not interact with them outside of trivia, and I missed that so much so. So exactly what you were describing in that little opening monologue, very near and dear to my heart. So I'm dead keen.
Brendon, your experiences with trivia, when you say you fucking love trivia, how similar to Bianca's experience is yours? Is it like even in public necessarily, or is it?
Yeah, well, it's a long history. So starting off, my school in primary school, they used to have a trivia night, which was a big event. It was like the biggest event of the year for the primary school because they did a bunch of stuff, and my dad used to run it every year. and every year would crowdsource trivia questions.
Wow.
So throughout the year, me and my sister would, whenever we'd think of a fun fact or learn something fun, we'd pass it on and turn it into a trivia question.
Awesome.
Did you ever try to smuggle in the kind of stuff we talk about on this show? Anime, games, anything like that? Or did you just know? Sorry?
No, yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think, like, because it was around primary school, like, and it wasn't just we were trying to come up, like, I also really like crafting trivia questions, like something that's kind of challenging, but you still want people to be able to answer a lot of them and get involved. So we were trying to help with that. So thinking about the time period, I reckon that probably would have been a lot of Harry Potter questions, maybe some Pokemon questions.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings would have been the main, like the ones that would have slipped though in terms of pop culture.
Right. Yeah. I gotta say, crafting questions for this has been a lot of fun. It helps that we, in the course of doing this little stream, have kind of really come up with like a defined sort of set genre or set of genres that we kind of gravitate to as far as subject matter is concerned. Like obviously with Pokemon at like the epicenter of it, but it's just billowed out into very organic other areas, and it's been fun to kind of in a way kind of recap that kind of identity we've charted for ourselves. And yeah, we're gonna put that to the test. But by way of 20 questions, which are pretty straightforward. You'll answer them via a Google Doc that I've sent you both in chat. You'll submit it to me. I'll open up the CSV and then we'll mark them at the end, live, pretty much, because it's not like an actual pub trivia where they have to mark 30 sheets or whatever it is.
But can Reese play? Can you give him the link?
Yeah, he can if he likes. Reese, absolutely make some noise in chat, and I'd be happy to like drop the link to the form. If you wanna play along, yeah, more than welcome for sure.
Can we do that anyway? Just if anyone wants to join in.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, Reese is keen.
Yeah,
I was going to say, should we do it anyway? But everyone can share the same link. So.
The webcams are going to disappear for just a second while I.
Oh yeah, I can post it if you want. If that's easier.
Yep. Okay.
Or do you have to share it because it's your link?
No.
It could be set to anyone.
Actually, yeah. If you could sorry, I've managed to copy paste something different. If you could just jump into chat and then put that into. Yeah, that should do.
There we go.
That should
work.
So it should be a link, and it should just be 20 questions that you have to answer, and it's all short answers. So, and it just says question 1, question 2, question 3. It's not spoiling anything. The other thing we need, though, the other thing I would like to insist on is the pub trivia tradition, which is that everyone entering has a silly team name.
Yes.
So, Brendon, from that response, I will let you think for the next 20 seconds. Bianca, please explain. Oh, you do. Okay, great.
Adolf Quizler.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm not going to do that, but I can't remember who said that as a go-to. I'll think of a good one.
Okay. Bianca, have you got yours locked and loaded?
Yeah, I've got mine locked and loaded. Mine is Kopaka is the best Bionicle. In this essay, I will.
Fantastic. I love that we're doing trivia here because it means that you can put up that team, mate, and you will not have weirdos looking at you funny. We know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so how do you spell Kopaka, sorry?
It is Kopaka.
Kopaka is the best Bionicle. In this
essay, I will.
Essay, I will. All right. We'll give you a nice font. We'll just make it the same as the regular X and Y font, I suppose. Put that down the bottom there. Yeah. And swap that over so that the text is actually visible. And Brendon, at this point, you have a lot of time to think about your team name, so it's got to be pretty good. So lay it on me. What is it?
The Time Quizzed.
Oh, that's good.
That's extremely good. That is extremely fucking good. No, yours is good, Bianca. Do not be dissuaded. Yours is fantastic. This is just good in a different way. The Time Quizzed. So that's Quizard. I'll give you a different color. I made I made Bianca yellow. Let me make you. What's another? Do you want blue or red? Which Gen 1 Pokemon?
got to be red, obviously.
Okay, all right, obviously. Oh, okay.
Oh, for me. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, no, I thought Bianca was answering that.
No. I'm already yellow.
Oh yeah, no, I'll block you anyway. Doesn't matter. I'll go red.
The time quizard.
Me and Alan are playing together.
Yeah, cool. That was the other thing. I was hoping like maybe you guys would have one or two people handy if they want to give their input. I figure like
Unfortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, Mitch is at work at the moment, so
yeah.
I will have to do it solo.
And I was thinking about rules about like silencing chat or like muting microphones. We're not going to be that serious about it. Like mute microphones if you really, really want to win, but like otherwise, I don't know. I'll leave that to you. That's your choice.
Yeah. If you cheat it, you're only cheating yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm thinking whether to give Reese a team name. There's a bit of a delay, so like I want to get stuck into the quiz. I don't know. Bjort Samson's pretty funny. Bjort Samson is pretty funny by itself. Anyway, yeah, and I'll have Reese's answers handy. So I think we should just get stuck in. So how about I put in some appropriate music?
Oh, that's really good.
Fuck yes.
From Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Which in Australia is hosted by a guy who we will not talk about. And let me just hit you with the very first question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, fantastic. Question number 1. Which Resident Evil game marks the first appearance of the G virus? So again, which Resident Evil game marks the first appearance of the G virus?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So let me know when you've typed it in.
Okay, I've typed it in. There's about 90% guess. Maybe even 95% guess.
Me too.
Sick. All right, moving on. Question number 2. In Final Fantasy XIV, who is the primal of the Kobold Beast tribes?
I don't know.
Final Fantasy XIV.
I think I know this one.
Oh wait, the primal.
Who is the?
Actually, I think I might know it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're in business. All right.
I had a little thing.
So, who is the primal of the Kobold Beast tribes? Which
I'm making an educated guess.
Hey, look, I researched this question entirely from Fandom Wiki, and like just made comparisons with the Final Fantasies that I've actually like played at length, and been like, oh, okay, so that's what that means, and that's what the answer would be. Okay, gotcha. Cool. So, Reese says his team name is Draft Punk, like beers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. I will bear that in mind. Draft Punk. When I'm announcing the scores, I will announce yours as well. Question number 3. In Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in the scene where Queen Amidala asked the Senate for a vote of no confidence, a famous scene we all know, off by heart, which famous character from a Steven Spielberg movie makes a non-speaking cameo? So we're looking for a famous character from a Steven Spielberg movie who makes a cameo without speaking in a Star Wars Episode 1 scene in which Queen Amidala addresses the Senate, asking them for a vote of no confidence.
Again, I don't know the answer, but I am making an educated guess on this.
I think I got the answer correct.
Okay.
It's definitely Mac and me.
I will not confirm or deny that response. All right, moving on to question number 4. In Alan Wake, what is the 2-word name of the town where the game is set?
Oh, I should know this.
I was hoping for this.
I was about to say, if you don't know it, I've got no fucking hope.
I was hoping for this, and I'm being generous. 2 points. You can get even just 1 word out of the 2.
Okay.
It's fine. It's worth guessing. It's worth making the best educated guess you can. In Alan Wake, what is the 2-word name of the town where the game is set?
Oh.
Come on, Time Quizard.
My brain.
I didn't spend many days uploading your VODs to YouTube for nothing.
There we go.
You didn't ask me to do that. It's fine. All right, so we're good. Let's move on then. Question number 5. Name 3 real-world brands that appear in Final Fantasy XV via product placement.
Okay.
So we are
I
purely
definitively know one. We both definitively know the same one, Brendon, because we've definitely talked about it before.
And you would get a point for it, because again, 3 points, 1 for each brand that you can name. So, put down any you could think of. And remember as well, there are some brands that appear in Kingsglaive that don't appear in the game, and we're just talking about the game. All I need are 3 real-world brands that make an appearance in Final Fantasy 15.
I think his car is one of them.
I thought so too, but I don't know for sure.
The Regalia is what the car is called. That's not a brand. I think I know what model of car it is. One more. Surely, I reckon Ignis's glasses. So I'm going to put down a glasses brand.
I just can't remember. I so tuned out of that game in the second half too, so...
I just went by very quickly for me, because I was so fucking keen to play it, and I just blasted through it and got the Platinum Trophy as fast as I could. Because I got back from a month-long holiday too. I was like...
Is that after you came back from America?
I had been to London and Sweden.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm liking this vibe already. This is better than pub trivia at the actual pub, because we can actually just talk freely, and there's no worry of
time pressure.
There's no interference from strangers. Like, you could just not look at chat and you're fine. You know, no one's gonna like snoop off you. You know. It's great.
I'm trying to make it not as tense in between rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice counterpoint to this music as well. If we do it again, I'll pick something less tense. Yeah.
I like the music.
All right, now, Bianca, I'm very curious as to how you'll answer this one. Question number 6. On which platform did Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney first release in Japan?
I know this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's going to be embarrassing if I get it wrong. I think I know this one.
Oh, okay. Well, on which platform? We're looking for a platform. Did Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the first...
platform, not system. Not console. Device.
It's
platform that's synonymous with that.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
So to make sure it wasn't like a wasn't a trick question or something. Like you're expecting us to say
I'm not employing a tricky definition of platform, okay? It is the definition of platform that you first thought.
Alright.
Nothing weird about that. So again, on which platform did Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney first release in Japan?
I mean, the answer should be obvious, but I might be really wrong about it. I'm gonna go for the obvious answer.
Alrighty.
Occam's.
Cool.
No, Occam's Nintendo. I was trying to...
Oh, okay. No, I see.
Trying to get to something.
Alright, well, question number 7. Getting into anime now. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, what is the very last thing we see Toji Suzuhara do before his first and last mission as the 4th children? He, of course, only did the one mission. Pretty traumatic. I think we can all agree.
It was fucking traumatic.
It was. And we saw Toji do one thing before he was in the mech. Unit 2, I believe it was? Yeah, so there was one last thing we saw Toji Suzuhara do, and I want to know what that thing is.
It's Unit 3, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is it? Yeah, Unit 2 is us, because...
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, and then Unit 3 is... Yeah, you're right. It's cool. It's a cool unit. I really like it. I like the colour.
It looks too similar to Shinji's for mine.
Okay.
But I do like purple and white as a colour scheme. It's very neat. I've always liked Fremantle's Guernsey in the AFL for that reason too.
Yeah,
especially now that it's just purple and white, because before it was purple and white and red and green. And if that sounds like that those colours don't go together, you would be correct. But that didn't stop them.
Reese says, I like that it looks like a tracksuit. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Toji, of course, famously has a tracksuit.
Yeah, you could do some squats in that bad boy, some slap squats.
You 1000% could, yes. All right, question number 8. In the Kingdom Hearts series, this had to happen. Which Winnie the Pooh character makes their first appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3? So, speaking exclusively within the Kingdom Hearts series, which Winnie the Pooh character makes their first appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3 from 2019?
I don't know the character's name, but I think I know it. It'd be wild if it was Christopher Robin.
Okay.
And he had giant feet.
Yeah. He's restyled to be more anime. Yeah, Nomura redesigns him. That'd be fun.
He's got 5 belts on.
Yeah. Hey, Pooh. Help me out here.
I'm learning to be a keyblade master. Why do I talk like this?
It's like, we have found the 7th light. And in walks... Hi! Alright.
Big Mickey vibes.
Okay, moving away from Japan. Question number 9. Name any 2 final bosses from the Uncharted games. You don't need... just one name will do in both of them. You don't need a full name for those 2 bosses. Just name any 2 final bosses from the Uncharted games. There were, of course, 6 Uncharted games all up. I just need you to name final bosses from 2 of them.
You're asking a lot here.
I don't think I am. I think it's possible. And again, 2 points. You could just get the 1. It's always worth just writing down what you know. And I love that this loop goes for an hour. It's so handy.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna write down a generic enemy name, which is in my brain, and it could be it, but this could also be just a random word that I've just got just from the
Oh,
What's the fucking plot of these games? I don't remember them.
I
don't remember any of the plots. I don't remember any of the baddies.
I remember the last boss in 1.
Okay.
1 was an English lady, but she wasn't the final boss.
No. And 4 is in like a burning ship against the guy, but he double-crossed you and your brother.
It's all too much.
Oh no.
Just got to name 2. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a guess at this one. Another guess.
All right, there we go. That'll do. It's a good guess.
Okay, at this point, I am going to put a pause on the music because we got a video question.
Ooh.
We have a video question, so I direct your attention to the screen share. It's there already, but whatever. Let's have a look. Sorry, you're about to see a video game commercial, and I have muted parts of it for reasons that you're about to understand. So let's have a look.
Seen a rash of these lately. TMK. TMK. Get him into observation.
Okay, so my question to you, in light of watching that, is what does TMK stand for?
Something I want to put down as a joke, but I'm not going to.
Well, it is a rather comedic commercial. I will play it one more time. Okay, here we go. One more play of this wacky commercial.
How well can I read this?
It's a video game commercial?
Yes, it is a video game commercial.
Sorry, is it an ad for a specific game, or is it an ad for just like?
It is an ad for a specific game. It is a video game commercial. Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, I did mean to write video game commercial in the question.
Seen a rash of these lately. TMK. TMK. Get him into observation.
I love that bowling ball noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, filming and making that ad, that must have been fun. That must have been just genuinely fun. Let me get the millionaire question back on. Music. Okay. If you've got a guess at what TMK means, let's continue over the hump to the second half of the quiz.
Alright, I'll put an answer in.
Cool. Question number 11. How many Ratchet and Clank games were developed and released for the PlayStation 3? I just need a number here. Sorry?
Not including re-releases?
Not including the HD trilogy pack.
Yeah.
Not including that. I'm
it.
talking about games that were developed and released on the PlayStation 3. For the PlayStation 3. So it's just how many in total.
Changing my answer at the 11th hour.
Yep, that's my guess.
Okay. You put in a guess. Brendan's put in a guess. Time Quizard and Kapaka have spoken. Question number 12.
That's our names.
Time Quizard's namesake makes an appearance in this question. What delayed the American premiere of Yu-Gi-Oh! By 2 weeks?
Oh, I can fucking guess.
Oh.
Just 1 point. Just one simple answer. What delayed the American premiere of Yu-Gi-Oh! By 2 weeks? Just need a thing. So Brendan's made his guess. Bianca, where are you at?
I've just typed in a real shot in the dark. We'll see how this turns out later.
I feel like it's probably the same as what I put down, despite the delay in time.
I'm going to be so curious. All right, moving on. Question number 13. We had an Alan Wake question earlier. Now it's time for a Jack 2 question. In Jack 2, which D-pad directional button do you press to equip the scattergun or the shotgun? Which is what Jack's holding in that picture there.
25% chance of getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly. So it's worth a punt. It's not as... You don't need to be as, like, sharp memory-wise as some other questions here. So, again, which D-pad directional button do you press to equip the shotgun or the scattergun, as it's known in the game?
In layman's terms.
In my day, we called it the scattergun.
Try the scattergun. Good shooting. That's a Wastelander move. Question number 14. Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, which I played on Boxing Day, was originally designed by Argonaut Software as a racing game, starring which famous and pre-existing video game character? So again, Croc, originally designed and pitched as a racing game, starring a famous pre-existing video game character. So just tell me which character that was. And it did come up during the stream.
Yeah.
Which was just a solo stream of mine, so it wasn't like you were there and like we were having this whole conversation about it. I just mentioned it.
I remember you mentioning it.
And it's
for that part.
It's a cool fact, I think.
I wish it was games.
I wish as well.
Well, now I have to change my answer.
It's not aspirational, it's just intellectual. Stay focused, people. Now, we're getting into Pokemon questions now. And this one, again, multiple points. So as close as you can get, might mean everything. So, Pokemon Red and Blue. What's the real two-part name of the infamous Shorts Kid, and which route number does he appear on in those games?
Oh, wait.
So it's a two-part name, the Shorts Kid, and I will say he doesn't have a surname, like everyone else in the game. Just to clarify, there's no family name that this guy carries. No
Not
family.
that we know of.
No Shorts family he's waving the flag for, no. So yeah, two-part name
Mr.
of the...
Shorts to you.
Two-part name of the infamous Shorts Kid, and a route number that he appears on, because there are, of course, numbered routes all throughout the game, like in every Pokemon game. So, I will move on to the second of the two Pokemon questions. This time getting back into cinema. In the Detective Pikachu movie, which English model and actor plays Ditto's human bodyguard form? Perhaps not the highest billing, but a name nonetheless, and it's 2 points, so if you get just a first or just a last name, that's fine. This person does have a family name, because they are in fact real.
Tongue.
Sorry?
This is like on the tip of my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
I know, I looked this up.
I'm going to type in the first English model and actor that comes to my mind, which it isn't because it's Cara Delevingne. That's my answer, just in case I'm wrong.
I can see why you looked it up, Bianca, because they have a pretty distinctive look in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite cool. Like,
it's
cool. Easy to imagine that form of Ditto.
I've got, I don't know.
2 points. Close enough might be good enough. Might cinch the lead. Okay. So question number 17. Which of these is not An English region subtitle for a Persona dancing game. Dancing in Moonlight, Dancing All Night, Dancing in Starlight, Dancing in Daylight. Just needed to pick which of those names is not a real subtitle for a Persona dancing game. Again, your options are Dancing in Moonlight, Dancing All Night, Dancing in Starlight, and Dancing in Daylight.
Easy. What about Racing All Afternoon, which is a fan-made kart racing game?
Oh yeah, I was not aware of that.
Racing all afternoon. It's a good afternoon.
It would be, for sure. Okay. Question number 18. What is the name of the studio that developed Crash Bandicoot 4? It's about time.
Oh, finally one that I'm reasonably confident on.
I just remember it came up a fair bit, like across different streams for some reason, and so I thought, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Better that than some weird deep cut reference to like some villain that only appeared in one game, you know? And I could go deep cut if I wanted. I tragically know too much about Crash.
You could have been a cruel trivia master.
Just need the name of the studio that made Crash Bandicoot 4.
Sure, I know. What about cats?
Oh, we've got someone in the chat. Yeeves says, "Am I allowed to answer? I don't know how trivia works."
Evie, welcome. You are. Reese is also in the chat and is also competing. Maybe we've got 2 more questions left. We're gonna go through all the questions again as part of like giving the answers and marking. I think at that point maybe play along. Sorry, it's not much, but I think that'd be nice. Maybe when you listen to these next 2 questions, have a think. Well, this question and the next 2, just have a think if you know them. I guess we got like Google Forms and stuff. It's a whole thing. You know. Anyway. Question number 19. A specific version of Okami had a visible IGN watermark on its box art. So what platform was that version released on, and in what geographical region? Now this is pretty specific, to be honest, but again, 2 points. If you only know one, it's worth putting down. So again, I think a lot of...
Dorkfest continues.
Oh my, who was that? Oh, it's Bianca. Oh, lovely. Posting a bunch of Louis in chat.
I went to use the Louis emote and realized that I didn't have it anymore. So.
Ah, okay. Well, now we of course can share Yeats' glorious dog emote, and thank you, Evie.
Oh, she made the emote.
Yeah, she did. It was her.
Fucking awesome job, my dude. It was great. I love it to bits.
That's a great. Yeah.
When we're in the back, I'll go get him, and you can see him in the flesh.
Yeah. Sweet. Xavier RN. Oh, he's following us. Xavier, of course, Eve's lovely partner, who also streams. It's just
awesome.
Jolly vibes. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. So again, just to recap this question, we need a platform and a geographical region in which the infamous IGN watermarked box art of Okami, which sounds just sacrilegious as I say it. Where did that happen?
The best box art for me is Batman Arkham City. That has 10 out of 10 in massive writing,
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
10 out of 10 in massive writing. Sorry, finish. I've never heard of this.
That's a 10 out of 10 review. I think it's from GameSpot, and it takes up like most of the box art.
Okay.
Not really much.
It's like the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna describe something like the Tom Hardy movie Legend, where they have Tom Hardy and they position a 2-star review in such a way that it implies that there are more stars behind Tom Hardy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Which is so brilliant. You gotta give it up.
A legend.
Yeah.
Respect.
So they printed a negative review.
Absolute power play.
Yeah. I love that. And now I'm gonna turn off the Millionaire music permanently because for our last question we've got another video. In this video, you're gonna hear formerly of GameSpot, now of Giant Bomb, Jeff Gerstmann, reviewing 3 different games. And it's going to start with like a censorship bleep because I have to obviously bleep out certain bits that are going to give it away. I just need you to name the 3 games he's talking about. And they'll be clearly labeled 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So I just put that game cover I was talking about in the chat. That's the link.
Oh, right, the Arkham City one.
Yeah,
cool,
I remember seeing that one in the shops. In the
Indie
shops.
games.
Indie games.
Okay, so I'm going to switch our audience to the theater. Oh, Evie, you're Jeff Gerstmann? Cool. That's handy. Xavier, you don't have to guess. It's cool. We're about to go through the answers later. Yeah, you're all good. Weird how that's anyway. I don't know, I'll just center it like that. Okay. So, have a listen to this.
It's an ugly, ugly game. That's not necessarily me talking just about the graphics. It's got a really ugly storyline with characters that are impossible to like, and it's a third-person shooter that has several gameplay flaws as well. Some really neat ideas are buried deep, deep in there, but you're going to have to do a whole lot of digging, more than you'll probably want to do in order to find them.
Without saying too much...
I'll pause for a bit. You can think about what you just heard.
Oh.
And then we'll move on to...
Is this an ugly third-person shooter?
I'll play all three again later.
You play it all again. Okay, yeah,
I will, but I'll just pause, then I'll play the second one.
Without saying too much about the game's story, it deserves to be said that the characters you meet along the storyline of are some of the best parts of the game. They're terrifically portrayed by a skilled cast of voice actors, and they lead you down a number of really memorable storylines throughout the game. There are plenty of high points, but the one worthy of special mention is James Woods, who plays a character named Mike Torino. James Woods turns in a great performance, and he has some fantastic dialogue to work with.
Boo! We hate James Woods. We are an anti-James Woods podcast.
Oh, which game is that, though? Fuck.
Indeed. Which game is that? All right, number 3.
From there, you can accessorize. You can, control the, what color the girl's nails are. You can buy hair clips and hats and sunglasses and ribbons, different types of shoes. There's basically, a whole lot of different accessories to choose from. You can get, suntan lotion or suntan oil if you want your girl to tan faster or not tan as quickly.
I think I know what that is.
So, that's 3. I'm going to play all 3 again.
Oh, boy.
Saviour's like, wow, he doesn't normally curse like that. Yes.
It's an ugly, ugly game. That's not necessarily me talking just about the graphics. It's got
I think I know what it is.
ugly storyline with characters that are impossible to like, and it's a third-person shooter that has several gameplay flaws as well. Some really neat ideas are buried deep, deep in there, but you're going to have to do a whole lot of digging, more than you'll probably want to do in order to find them.
Without saying too much about the game's story, it deserves to be said that the characters you meet along the storyline of are some of the best parts of the game. They're terrifically portrayed by a skilled cast of voice actors, and they lead you down a number of really memorable storylines throughout the game. There are plenty of high points, but the one worthy of special mention is James Woods, who plays a character named Mike Torino. James Woods turns in a great performance, and he has some fantastic dialogue to work with.
From there, you can accessorize. You can, control the, what color the girl's nails are. You can buy hair clips and hats and sunglasses and ribbons, different types of shoes.
I will say, in the actual video,
a whole lot of different accessories to
he looks really dejected, like really, really dejected.
You can get, suntan lotion or suntan oil if you want your girl to tan faster or not tan as quickly.
Okay. I'll put on the millionaire music for just a little longer, and then we're going to go through all 20 questions again. And you can just decide how spot on your answer.
Are we heading to submit now, or this is the chance to review?
This is the chance to review. This is the chance to review. And then we're going to go through the questions. I'm going to rapid fire, and you can just check off your answers, and then you're going to submit. I'm going to get a CSV. We're going to mark them live, more or less.
I've just hit submit.
Okay. Should we just move on to the answers then? Maybe we should just move on to the answers.
No, you can. I'm just confident.
I don't think I'm going to get more out of going again, because I either knew them or I was making like semi-confident guesses. But I do want some more time because I'm still thinking about this last one, because I don't know any of these, and I'm just trying to think of any game that fits the bill.
Sure. Okay. If you want me to replay any bit of the voice clip, I'm happy to.
The entirety of it is burned into my brain. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll cue up the Bowser music from Super Mario 64, and we'll just. Well, hang on. You got to actually hit submit, and then I will get a little. Leave page. We're good. Okay. And I'll get a little thing with all your answers on it.
I really liked when in Kingdom Hearts when the Lord of the Underworld, Mike Torino, that boss fight.
That was a good one. That was a real good one.
And the way they brought Mikey Boy back for Kingdom Hearts 3, it was a real shout out to the fans.
Me, Mike Torino.
All right, I've submitted. I've done the deed. I am going to very quickly before I review, as a special treat.
Oh yes, Evie, I hope you're watching. Evie, I hope you're watching, and Xavier too, and Reese. I hope everyone's watching.
I hope everyone in the world is watching.
No one deserves to miss this.
No. That'd be a crime.
It would. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh, look at him. Hello, my friend.
Gross, thank you. Hey, buddy. Oh my gosh.
You're delayed, Evie? Well, I mean, it's worth the wait, hey.
You're so heavy.
Yeah. Xavier, of course, unleashing a Paddington emote, which Evie also drew. She's got many talents. She's got a great many talents. And Xavier, like, he started his channel. Like us, he's only got, like, so many emote slots. His basic emote slot is by Lara, like a gravestone that says by Lara as in Lara Croft, and that's a whole story in itself. But the tier 2 emote is Paddington, and he specifically said, don't subscribe to me at tier 2. So only he is the Paddington emote currently.
Love that.
Powerful
Very,
energy.
yeah.
And I have thought to myself,
on Twitch.
I have thought to myself, is there an emote that we would like to keep to ourselves that we would use? And I can't think of anything as powerful as Paddington, and I don't think anyone can.
No,
I think it's a foolish task.
One of the more powerful entities to exist.
I mean, you've seen the Paddington movies, right?
Well, I don't think my eyeballs could handle it, frankly.
I've only seen the first one. I've been meaning to see the second, which I understand is incredible. So I will. All right, let me open up the little responses.
Oh, but
CSV.
Mike Wazowski does have a very strong aura. That's a very good contender, Reese. Thank you. Maybe the one where it's face swapped, and it's the one where it's face swapped, and they have Mike Wazowski's head on the big one's body, and the big one's head on Mike Wazowski's body.
No.
Okay, I've seen that.
Why would I know that?
I don't know why I see that image all the time.
Have you seen this? Have you guys seen this?
Seen this meme that I'm going to describe to you in words? Reese knows the one.
You know Monsters Inc. Do you remember Monsters Inc? The movie with the monsters?
Incorporated?
The Billy Crystal guy, right?
Yeah.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay, I have to ask. Unfortunately, and this is something we'll fix for next time. And it's just as well that we don't have a lot of people playing, because I've managed to design the form in such a way that it's possible to tell whose answers are whose. I know who Reese has very kindly labelled his answers. I need to know which one of you answered Ifrit for question 2.
Me.
Okay, cool. So now I know which are Brendon's answers. That's good.
Where did you find space to put your name in?
I know. I think there's supposed to be a slot, but
I just assumed you were going to be able to see our emails or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I think in a draft I had an email slot and then I just neglected to do it for the actual one. So I don't know. Blame me, folks. Blame me.
Oh, I hold you solely responsible.
All right.
Success and failure of this rides with you.
Now, forget about failure. It's all about success, baby. We're going to tally up our successes to the tune of the Cooper's Road music from Super Mario 64. It's crunch time. Let me turn that down a little bit. Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. All right. Reese anticipated this, yes. Thank you, Reese. You keep us in line in more ways than I know. All right, so question number 1. Which Resident Evil game marks the first appearance of the G-Virus? It is, of course, Resident Evil 2, which came out on the PlayStation 1, but also came out on other platforms. Now,
fuck, I said RE3. I knew it wasn't number 1, though. I knew it wasn't number 1.
Okay, let me just...
Bloody T-Virus.
I've got a little...
RE3 is all about that G-Virus.
Okay, so that is, of course, 1 point to both Reese and Brendon. and not to Bianca, I'm afraid.
Oh,
let
that's so
me
good.
again turn down the music just a smidge so I can focus. And question number 2. In Final Fantasy XIV, who is the primal of the Kobold Beast tribes? Primals are, of course, if you're like me and you've only played Final Fantasy VIII and only know summons as GFs, primals are their GF equivalent. Which of course, and those creatures appear throughout the series. They got names like Shiva, they got names like Quetzalcoatl, they got names like Ifrit. One of you answered Ifrit. It's not Ifrit, it's Titan. So, from that dejected little noise Brendon made, he is of course the one who answered Ifrit, as I clarified
back, baby!
Bianca is on the board, Reese has got 2 out of 2. So,
They're all named after gods from different religions and stuff.
That's
the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Quetzalcoatl is like a
Mexican or Incan, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I learned that
Shiva,
from the Alex Rider novels.
Shiva, and I think Ifrit is also from Hinduism, but Shiva definitely is.
Yeah.
And in Final Fantasy XIV, do you like meet in the manner you meet Titan? Is it obvious that he like represents the kobolds? Like, is there like a kobold party happening when he shows up?
All of the primals are unlocked through various quest chains where you're dealing with these tribes that are summoning them as like a last resort for their troubles.
Yep.
So that's and also that was a bit of a guess tossing up between Ifrit and Titan. I couldn't remember which one came first because I know that the kobolds are pretty early on. But yeah, there's a quest chain that they summon him.
Nice. Cool. All right, question number 3. Star Wars Episode 1, there's a scene where Queen Amidala asks the Senate for a vote of no confidence, and within that scene, a famous character from a Steven Spielberg movie makes a non-speaking cameo. Brendon.
Senator.
Reese answered E.T., Brendon answered E.T. as well, and Bianca answered E.T. as well. You are all correct.
Yes!
E.T. shows up in the one little scene during Star Wars Episode 1, and I believe I have a screenshot? Yes, I do. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yes, I remember this bit. Yes.
Do you actually? Are they that visible? I don't remember.
I remember. I've seen that movie so many times.
See, I haven't. I think that's what struck me as a curio, and it said like, "Oh, non-speaking cameo," and I told a mate at lunch before, like over the weekend, that I had this question because they were all movie nerds, and one of them's like, "Yeah," and in E.T. there's a bit where like E.T. sees someone dressed as Yoda and is like, "Oh, hello," like he knows him, so it's kind of reciprocal. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be. Reese is like, I was like, was he involved with Howard the Duck? Wouldn't have been a bad guess, truly. But no. Okay, in Alan Wake, what is the 2-word name of the town where the game is set?
It looks so much like Joe Bauman from Red Letter Media.
Yeah, right.
Picture. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so Bianca went for Lake Mountain. Not a bad guess, because there is a lake and there is a mountain.
Yeah, there was a lake, and I know that's why I covered my bases just in case.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Landmarks.
Yeah. Brendon answered Bleak Falls. There are, of course, falls, and Reese answered Bright Falls. Reese has 2 out of 2. Brendon has gotten falls correct, so gets 1. And Bianca, unfortunately, got neither. So, Bright Falls is what we were looking for. Welcome to Bright Falls.
Falls Barrow. That's why. Anyway.
What's that from?
Wow, some.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Then I asked you to name 3 real-world brands that appear in Final Fantasy XV via product placement. There are 5 brands that appear. There is, of course, Cup Noodles, which is Nissan, but if you'd said Cup Noodle, that would have been fine. Coleman, the camping gear manufacturer. Vivian Westwood, who of course designed Luna Frey's wedding dress. As Conan O'Brien famously gloated upon, the bit where the quest in which they go and look at the dress. American Express, which appears plastered in the glass doors of like different stops along the way of their journey. Yeah, and Rowan, which is the name of the fashion label that was way back when they were known as Final Fantasy Versus 13. They were the ones that kind of designed their outfits, and so their products are placed in Final Fantasy 15 in that respect. So, bit of a long shot. Didn't think anyone would get it, but I included it anyway, just to be fair. Every one of you got Cup Noodle, so I will award...
We have to find the perfect ingredients for this Cup Noodle.
Oh, yes.
Noctis, get the shrimp.
I do love the idea of behemoth meat flavored Cup of Noodles there.
And then I see Sunglasses Brand, Assassin's Creed, Veyron, Oakley, Mercedes, Mars Bars. Unfortunately, none of those are on that slide that I've got up right now. So we get 1 cup noodle point for each one of you. Which,
Excellent.
hey, fair enough.
Yay.
Look, cup noodles, you know, hard to forget once you play that game. So, and you get your props. All right, now, on which platform did Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney first release in Japan? We got Reese saying Game Boy Advance. We got Brendon saying DS. And we got Bianca saying mobile phone. It is, of course, Game Boy Advance. It came out in 2001 in Japan.
I said Game Boy Advance and
of course it would be GBA.
4 years later, it would come to the West on the DS, on the new platform that was in vogue at that point. So, Reese is the one who...
I had GBA. I'm so annoyed at myself for second guessing myself. That's so annoying.
It's all good. It's all good. I was curious whether you were going to get it or not. It's a bit tricky, but I thought, oh, I'll be a bit tricky. Question number 7. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, what is the very last thing we see Toshi Suzuhara do before his first and last mission at the 4 children? 1 says, Reese reckoned he visited his sister in the hospital. Bianca reckoned he forgave Shinji for hurting his sister. Brendon guessed shoot hoops. Brendon is correct. He did, in fact, shoot a hoop.
Nice.
And he's like, guess it's time.
Silently, with incredible gravitas, and that was the last thing we ever saw. Well, we saw him get dragged out of the unit at the end, and maybe he was in the hospital at one point, but that's...
What a shock.
Yeah,
as far as him walking on his own 2 feet, that was it. That was the last that we saw. Yeah. And it was like a real heavy moment. He like paused on the ball, and then finally sunk it, and it went straight in. And like,
and then
he did...
the episode ends and cuts the credits too.
Yeah. Like, I remember it so vividly. And yeah, so I was curious if you did too, and Brenda did. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, a Winnie the Pooh character makes their first appearance in the series. I asked you which character that was. What did we guess? Reese thought the kangaroo one. Brendon thought much the same, Mother Roo, and Bianca said Tigger. Unfortunately, I do think Tigger appears a few times before then. It is, of course, Lumpy, also known as the Heffalump.
What the hell is that? Who the fuck is that?
Don't you remember the Heffalump movie? It was
No.
a whole entire feature film. Don't you remember the cute little purple elephant?
Yeah.
The Heffalump movie. It came after the Tigger and Piglet movie, I'm pretty sure. But Lumpy. You know, Lumpy. We all love Lumpy, don't we?
Lumpy?
Lumpy is the Kingdom Hearts 3 of Winnie the Pooh characters.
So it's appropriate. So you could have remembered it.
You're right.
Lumpy? I've never seen that one before in my life.
Did maybe Mitch played through it? Like, were you around when he played through 100 Acre Wood?
I don't.
Yeah,
Is it?
100 Acre Woods is a fucking...
I didn't even know this thing was a part of Winnie the Pooh. The
Reese
canon
reckons
of Winnie the Pooh.
Baba.
Reese reckons, yeah, it's Baba.
Yeah, no, this is actually like the Poochie of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, so he died on the way back to his home planet. Okay, bit grisly, but you know.
No, you wish. You want him to die on the way back to his home planet.
Okay, let me just check. So we did get some correct answers for this next question. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, we did. So let's go through each of the final bosses, right? We got Atok Navarro from Uncharted 1. We got Zoran Lazarevic from Uncharted 2.
That's it.
We got Talbot from Uncharted 3. Like, Bianca, you noted that the British woman is not the final boss. You are correct. It's Talbot, her British heavy. Robert Guerrero from
Fidel
the
Castro. Yes.
Yeah, from the Golden Abyss, the PSP game, which I don't know. It's correct. Like, I'm just
Put on
including
the
it.
nose.
Yeah. Rafe Adler, Uncharted 4, the rich dude who gets into a sword fight with Nate at the end, and Asav, the very mean guy from Lost Legacy. It's just, I remember, like I watched the final boss fight while I was drafting this, and it's like, he's a nasty dude. He's just snarly and awful. I don't know. Don't know why. But, yes, so Reese gets Lazarevic and Rafe. So I will award 2 points to him for that. Unfortunately, we got Varkas for Brendon.
Me.
Yeah.
That's just a generic bad guy name. I was thinking of Lazarevic.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not quite close enough. Bianca, I admire your guess of Crash Bandicoot, but...
I just thought it was that bit where he plays Crash Bandicoot at the end. I couldn't remember if it was the start or the end. I just thought I'd just see if that one counted.
Okay, now, this next one. In this commercial, what does TMK stand for? So, I will say, Everyone got the first 2 words right. Everyone had a different answer for what K meant. I was wondering what it was going to come down to. It's coming down to this. Let's check out the unedited video game commercial, provided to us by these guys. Retro Games TV.
Be right.
Shout out.
Because there's a Nintendo thing.
Seen a rash of these lately. TMK. Too much Kirby.
Think you can't get too much of a good thing? Try
He's pink and round like Kirby.
23 Kirby enemies bulging with new Kirby powers.
Get him into observation.
New Kirby Superstar only on SNES.
That's on us.
Yeah.
That's on us.
Yes, it was in fact too much Kirby.
I wrote too much Kong.
I heard too much cat.
Too much cat.
Xavier says the dream. I agree. But you all get 2 points. You all get 2 points for getting too much. So that's 2 for Reese, 2 for Brennan, 2 for Bianca. Cool. Alrighty. Next.
I like that Kirby's doing that in that picture as well.
I like that too. So, how many Ratchet and Clank games were developed and released for the PlayStation 3? We saw guesses of 7, 3, and 0.
I just throw a curveball in there. What if they didn't make any?
I'm afraid they made 6.
They made several.
They made several. Yes, correct. 7 was a really good guess, but unfortunately it's 6. They were, of course, Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, A Crack in Time, All for One, Q-Force, also known as Full Frontal Assault, and Nexus, also known as Into the Nexus. Someone brought up Q-Force on this podcast. I think it was you, Brendon. So I figured, it's possible someone would get it. Unfortunately, we're all just a little bit off.
The first 2 look exactly the same, the covers.
Yeah, they really
nuts.
do. I don't know why Yugi is missing. No, he's there. Okay. Anyway, what delayed the American premiere of Yu-Gi-Oh! By 2 weeks? Our answers included.
Please, I hope I got this right.
9/11. I'm gonna look real bad if I'm wrong. 9/11 baby and 9th of November, which it's 9/11. Sorry, it's Google.
Yes.
It's Google auto formatting, like 9/11. I know what you meant to say is 11th of September. Like, Bianca are like, it's fine. Like, it auto-corrected to 9th of November. I'll make a point of that next time so that it doesn't change the answer and like, lead us astray. But yeah, you all get it for 9/11. Everyone wins because of 9/11.
Clap for 9/11.
Yeah, clap for 9/11. 9/11, of course, delayed the Yu-Gi-Oh! Premiere by 2 weeks. That is what happened.
Why did it do that? Just
in the wake.
Just cause? Like, was there any reference that made them?
I don't know about any reference.
Crashes a plane into a tower in the first
No, yeah.
I suspect like rolling newscasts just pushed it off.
Yeah.
And then they were pushed out of the time slot that they wanted. Like I don't know for sure. Like you would have to.
No. I was just curious if it was like there was a specific reason. Like it's like, oh no, there's imagery that I don't know, just in case.
Yeah. No, I get you, but no, I think it's. Yeah, go on.
I have been to Ground Zero, by the way, and it's a very interesting place.
Yeah,
no
same.
reference to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It's worth going to.
The museum is actually underneath, like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
As you see, the foundations of the trade towers are still there, so like that's a brand built around those.
Has anyone given a solemn like retelling of what the 9/11 memorial is like over Mario 64 music before? Has someone done that before? Are we the first?
That might be a world first.
It might be a world first, yeah. Question number 13 in Jack 2. Which D-pad directional button do you press to equip the shotgun? Our answers were down, right, and down. It is, of course, up. You press up to equip the shotgun.
We were so close.
Down is for the...
And yet so far.
I changed from down to right.
Yeah, right is for the Peacemaker, the bazooka, and down is for the default yellow rifle. Yeah, so that's what that question was. No points awarded for that one. Now, Croc, originally designed by Argonaut Software, is a racing game starring which famous pre-existing video game character? We had a variety of cool answers. Brendon,
I remember it's... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so Brendon said Diddy Kong. You said King K. Rool, Bianca, and Reese said Yoshi. It is, in fact, Yoshi! So Reese gets a point for that one. Yeah, so hey, look, and in retrospect...
I remember you saying it now.
I mean, it's kind of uncanny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, cool little factoid. Would it have been better or worse as a racing game? Who's to say? I don't know. Croc is just kind of its own beast.
Yeah, Croc is Croc, yes.
Croc is an unusual creature. Now,
Good Croc.
question 15. I needed a two-part name for the Shorts Kid of Infamy and the route number that he appeared on. So what did we get, answers-wise? We got Youngster Ben on Route 2, we got Youngster Joey on Route 3, and we got Youngster Joey on Route 3. Now, it is, of course, Youngster Ben. So, so only Reese got the second name correct there. And it was on Route 3. So, both of you got the actual route correct. So, everyone got 2 points. You both...
Youngster Ben!
Youngster Ben, yes. So...
What is Youngster Joey? Oh, Youngster Joey is the one from Gold and Silver. Ah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Red and Blue. Okay.
He's Rattata. He's in the top % of all Rattata.
I just googled it and says one of the questions is Joe's Rattata really top percentage? Hang on. Oh, actually, there's an answer. If you use a tuning device to look it up, he has an adamant nature and a really good IV spread. So yes.
Damn, you're not kidding.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, question number 16. In the Detective Pikachu movie, which English model and actor plays Ditto's human bodyguard form? We have David Beckham, I have no idea. Cara Delevingne, as Brendon told us, and Gigi Hadid, IDK. I don't know.
Gigi. It's Gigi. Sorry.
Gigi, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should be scolded for that, yeah. It is, of course, Suki Waterhouse. Yeah.
Damn it.
There she is, looking fine, and there she is looking abominable.
Oh god, that was so good when that happened.
It was really good though, yeah. It was pretty great part of the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Suki Waterhouse. It's fucking Tom Cruise's daughter, right? Is that who that is?
Is it?
I know she's got famous heritage.
No, that should be way too old, right?
1992. So no.
Okay.
And also she's English.
Oh yeah, did they name their kid Suki? Is that right?
Daughter of Elizabeth and Norman Waterhouse.
Am I just making things up now? Suki, Tom Cruise.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm looking for anything that involves Tom Cruise. I'm not seeing...
Yeah, no. Tom Cruise named his daughter Suri. Just feel free to ignore me whenever I try to make these outlandish claims.
She's dating Robert Pattinson. That's the best I can tell you. Okay.
Well, I feel foolish now.
Well, which of these is... So now... Alright, for the next one, we simply had to guess which was the English region which wasn't an English region subtitle. What did we go with? We all went with Daylight, and we were all correct. Yay. Of course, Dancing in Moonlight for Persona 3, Persona 4 is Dancing All Night, and Persona 5 is Dancing in Starlight. So that is 1 point for each of you. Cool. I'm just going to make sure my pen works and write it down.
By the way, yes, the equivalent of Teddy in Persona 4 and what's his face, the cat in Persona 5, is a robot lady in 3.
Oh, okay.
So they went. She is the pet in that game.
Cool.
Okay. Anyway. Question number 18. The name of the studio that developed Crash Bandicoot 4. Reese got Toys for Bob. Bianca got Toys for Bob, and Brendon said Playtonic. Bianca and Reese were correct. It is Toys for Bob. Yes. Playtonic were the ones that made Ukulele.
So. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
Nah, that's all good. Nah, look.
I always remember Toys for Bob because it's such an unusual name for a studio compared to what other studios call themselves.
Also, I meant to put down Vicarious Visions.
Vicarious
Visions.
That would have been a very good guess, but yeah, they did the Insane trilogy, not Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh man, I got the name totally fucked up on that one.
Nah, it's all good. Alright, specific version of Akami had a visible IGN watermark on its box art. Which platform was it released on? What geographical region? We got Wii across the board, so that's 1 point for everybody, because Wii is correct. But, the region, Reese said North America, Brendon said Europe, and Bianca said Europe. It is, of course, North America, so Reese gets an extra point for saying North America. The European release had successfully removed it, so they caught it by the time they sent
Had
out
their
those
shit
copies.
together.
They got
Why
their
didn't
shit
let
together,
Reese
that's right.
play?
Fucking Reese is gonna show us all up. Quick, ban him.
Man.
Okay.
Winning at trivia is against the rules.
So, last question.
Oh,
Name the
boy.
3 games you heard Jeff Gerstmann reviewing for GameSpot. So, let me pause the music. Let me bring up the video. Oh, no!
Ah. I saw the first one.
It's all
I
good.
didn't see it.
Kane and
That's
Lynch
the way.
Dead Men is an ugly, ugly game.
That makes
That's
sense.
not necessarily me talking just about the graphics. It's got a really ugly storyline with characters that are impossible to like.
I thought
And it's a
Rage
third-person
for this
shooter
one.
that has several gameplay flaws
I couldn't
as well.
think of
Some
a
really neat
third-person
ideas
shooter.
are
I was
buried
racking my
deep in
brains,
there,
and
but
all
you
I
have
could
to
think
do
of was
a lot
first-person
of digging,
shooters.
more than you'll probably want to do in order to find them.
So, Kane and Lynch
and
is... Kane and Lynch is infamously the game that basically got them fired from GameSpot because they had ads plastered for it all over their website. And the marketing team didn't know what to do when, like, one of their own writers shat on the game that gave them so much advertising money. And so they just fired him. And the real salt in the wound was people from that dev team were talking to Jeff years after the fact and being like, yeah, Kane and Lynch wasn't very good. And Jeff was like, yeah, could you tell my old bosses that? That'd be great. That'd be real good. Anyway, number 2.
Without saying too much about the game's story, it deserves to be said that the characters you meet
San
along
Andreas.
the storyline of San Andreas are some of the best parts of the game. They're terrifically
Yeah.
portrayed
I
by a
would like to
skilled
see
cast of voice actors, and they lead you down a number
He
of
comes
really
in like
memorable
at the
storylines
like
throughout
towards
the game.
end of the game.
There are
as
plenty
well.
of high
Or, like,
points, but
halfway
the one
through or
worthy
something.
of special mention is James Woods, who plays a character named Mike
I like this
Torino.
character.
James Woods turns in a great performance, and he has some fantastic dialogue to work.
Yeah, that's right, Brennan. It's a little inexplicable to just bring up this guy who just pops in, like, in the second half as like a
Yeah.
highlight. As opposed
And-
to, I don't know, the guy playing CJ or, I don't know,
Yeah,
Big Sweet or anybody who's like vital, you know?
And I also, replaying the game, I found pretty much every character insufferable, so I would disagree.
As
But
with
anyway.
the majority of Rockstar games, yes.
Oh, absolutely. They're not
there you
good
can
at writing
accessorize.
characters. Yes, I got this one right.
Control the,
I knew it was gonna be something like I almost said this, and then I was like,
you can buy
I don't know, I
haircuts
couldn't remember the name of this
and
franchise.
sunglasses and ribbons, different types of shoes.
I watch there's a Super
There's
Best Friends play
basically
video
a whole lot
on
of different
this,
accessories to
it's really
choose
funny.
from. You can get suntan
So,
or suntan oil if you want your
Reese answered Kane and Lynch 2 for the first one. It is from the same series as the correct answer.
Oh, I'll give it to him. Yeah.
It's a distinct game. It's not quite the one I was looking for, though. And, like, it came out after Jeff Gerstmann got fired, so I don't know. And he got San Andreas and Dead or Alive Extreme as well, so I'll give him the 2. And I think he should be happy with that.
Wrong.
Brendon gets 1 and 2 because it wasn't Rage. And Bianca,
I get
unfortunately.
none. I get none.
Okay. Okay, so I think the only thing left to do... Well, first of all, check this out. I should have switched to it, but I love that GIF. And hilariously, that's the only resolution that's aspect ratio that's available in, because in the actual stream, when you go back and watch it, they zoom that far into his face, and there's no visual data outside of that. Like, you just have to make do with this weird crop of just...
Oh, that's great.
But they perfected the loop.
I wondered if you'd cropped it down for a specific reason.
No. That's how it is.
It makes it even better to know that you didn't do that. It's just how it is.
But I appreciate also it's roughly the same dimensions as that one. Like, yeah. And it's a perfect loop as well. Whoever did it, fantastic
Good job.
Stellar gift work.
Yeah, it's stellar. Okay, now let me queue up some all-important sound bites.
I'm pretty sure it's Reese.
You shouldn't be so cynical. I'm looking at the tally right now, and I think the answers may surprise you. And sorry, Reese, what was your team name again?
It was Draft Punk.
Draft Punk.
Draft Punk. Okay, I'm just asking. I mean, I know the others, but I'm just asking. So, the winner of the inaugural X and Y trivia is... Oh, it's Draft Punk. Oh, we're all surprised. Oh!
Yeah.
Well done, Reese.
Pokemon music too.
So, Brendon Brendon came second. With
play the music again.
Yeah, okay. And Bianca came third.
Your mic topped out, so we didn't actually hear that, but we all know what you said.
Yeah, Bianca came third. Okay. All right. So Reese takes home the Kanto Ribbon Cup. I didn't know until now that the Ribbon Cup existed. It's like a multi-round, multi-discipline kind of thing that exists in the anime specifically. And there's
a lot of weird competitions and shit like that in the anime.
Yeah.
The Orange Islands are a thing. Do you know what that is?
I know it's a videotape and like a whole season of the show. I know that.
Yeah, it's like a mini arc in between the first and second seasons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember that.
How do you come up with that? Just Orange Islands. It's just like, what's another color? These games are named after colors, right?
Oh yeah, that's probably actually it. Red, blue, orange. Yeah.
Reese reckons the Orange Islands are in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I know there's an extra area. I don't think it's called that though, because I've been playing Fire Red lately. Fire Red.
I remember that was definitely a rumor as a kid. Classic school ground rumors with video games. I remember that being a rumor you could get to the Orange Islands in Red and Blue. Obviously not true.
You can return to the Sevi Islands and explore more islands, plus the Cerulean Cave, which was in the base game anyway. So
yeah, Cerulean Cave is where you get Mewtwo.
By the way, well, first of all, thank you. That was good fun.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Great job. Awesome job.
No worries. Yeah, we will. I'd be keen to do something like that again. Maybe in like
at least once a month.
Once a month. Yeah. That'd be good fun. And
once a day would be preferable.
Sorry.
Once a day would be preferable.
Oh yeah, but I am one man, and I only have so much time. Now, until then, we could talk about what else was streaming. Bianca, you're streaming tomorrow night.
I am
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm streaming Knights of the Old Republic 2. And we're probably going to finish the Nashadar planet. And then, at the end of the stream, I will be making a very special, super duper exciting announcement. So, you have to tune in tomorrow night to find out what it is.
And it's not that she's engaged, because that already happened, like a long time ago.
That already happened.
Yeah, that already happened. Don't get your hopes up. It's fine.
That's
now,
not the answer.
Yeah. Brendon, normally on Thursday nights, you and I get together when we play Jack and Daxter. And, Reese says congrats, Bianca.
Thank you.
So normally we get together and play Jack and Daxter. We're up to Jack 3. We're on the last third of that game. And, it's worth dabbing about. I agree. But, hey, what is this? What is this big ol' game that came out? Is it perhaps a...
Persona?
Yeah, it's a...
But hang on, we've already played Persona 5. What's this?
Persona 5 Strikers, though? What is this, a sequel or something?
That is.
It is.
Is that right?
Chimichurri's a lucky man.
Chimichurri.
Is that Morgana?
It is, in fact, Morgana. Well, yeah, so there's as of today, February 23rd, 2021, there's a sequel to Persona 5 out in the world. Does that excite you? Does that make you feel thrilled?
As someone who also likes Muso games for some inexplicable reason, yes.
Well, Brendon, what do you say? We take my copy of Persona 5 Strikers that I got today, and we play it on the stream instead of Jack 3, just for the 1 week. Yeah. We just give it a go. We just get as far as we like, and then we'll return to Jack 3 at a later date, maybe the Thursday after, maybe sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna give it a go, and it'll be like Jack 3. You just watch me playing it. I'll just screen share with you. It's great. It'll be good fun. Yeah,
it's funny because the end of Persona 5 Royale is like very much like a send off to the series, and now they're like, fuck yeah,
we're back.
We're back, guys.
Yeah, but it is.
Did Strikers and Royal get announced? Didn't they get announced quite soon, like within soon time frames?
Within kind of the same 2-week time frame. Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like the news about them came out like very, very, very in a short time frame that there were 2 new versions coming. But then Royal came out, and then there was a long wait for Strikers to come out, especially in the West, because it's been out in Japan for quite a while now, I want to say, like at least a couple of months.
Yeah, called Scramblers for some reason. Like, cause
yeah.
Us Westies can only handle striking things.
I don't know what scrambles are. I don't know what that is. It's a foreign word to me.
I only poached my eggs. I know nothing else. What I do like is that it is a bit like the blurb talks about them being on a road trip through Japan, and that's like the kind of, I imagine, the narrative construct, and it's like that's how regular Persona 5 ended. They headed out in a minivan.
Yeah, they were going on the road trip.
They went on a road. They hit the road. Yeah. Spoilers, I guess, for Persona 5. But
they get in a van.
Yeah, they get in a van. They get in a van. How many of them get in a van?
Well,
Who knows? You just have to play 150 hours.
Fucking long game to find out.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Worth it though. Worth it.
Are you doing Yu-Gi-Oh on Friday?
Yeah, I'm good this Friday. Being curious, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We're
So
finally
that's
up to the finals of the Duelist Kingdom tournament too.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So all right, that'll be four nights in a row of streams. That's nice. And it just ends with us goofing on Yu-Gi-Oh, just watching it on the stream, which Bezos would not permit. But
I don't know how we haven't had some sort of warning or strike or something. Yeah,
you're pausing every 2 minutes. Strategy seems to be paying off. I think Brandon's got the inside.
We pause quite frequently to talk shit and do other things.
Yeah. And I think that's the key.
Yeah,
that is
the key. Yeah.
That's the key.
Fucking Metallica couldn't get past Twitches.
Oh my god, that's
so funny.
Straight up, I was watching a stream of somebody else watching BlizzCon, because they were talking over the top of it. No, I was actually watching the guy who's the Guildmaster of Limit do it. They're the world's first guild at the moment, and that's Brendon's Raiding Guild. And as soon as that happened on the stream, I just turned it off because I was like, okay, cool, thanks. So I didn't know what happened. I just assumed they just played, and then I saw afterwards that it got dubbed over with folk music, and I was like, that is fucking funny. That is the funniest thing ever.
Possibly a reference to the first ever heavy metal Grammy Metallica was snubbed for Jethro Tull.
Really?
Yes, there you go.
So
correct.
My brain didn't register that as Grammy, but instead thought Grummy, and I assumed you were talking like a lowercase Grummy, like some kind of heavy metal scene ritual in which people just get together and grum. Like in the first Grummy that ever occurred, this happened.
Oh, well documented.
This is what my brain did.
Talking about the first ever heavy metal granny.
Yes.
She was
now I see the error of my ways.
Yeah.
There's a heavy metal granny of note out there, isn't there?
There would be.
There's
probably an all granny heavy metal band.
And like a film festival documentary about them. Yeah. And like the trailer's all like, it'll lift your heart and make you sing.
Yeah, because we just can't enjoy anything. We can't enjoy anything in peace. We have to make docos out of it.
We do.
Put them on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Knoxville appears during the Vox Pops. It's just like, they're just crazy, man. They're just so out of left field. I can't even take this. I'll never forget.
Too real. That's too real.
I'll never forget him popping up in the Evel Knievel documentary. It's like, yes, he's from Jackass, but anyway, I'll stop rambling. Thanks for joining me. Looking forward to tomorrow night, Bianca, both KOTOR and your exciting announcement. And we'll talk to you then. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for playing as well, Reese.
Yeah, thanks,
and
Reese.
And everybody, and Xavier and Evie for tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
It was super fun.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
All right.
Catch you all later.
Bye.
Bye.